something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too soon. Fuck that, I'll do what I wanna do. I got a different path from everyone, and that includes you. Who are you to tell me how to live life? In these times it feels like nobody's right, yeah. So I'ma figure out what else we succeed, and then invest all of my time into that and proceed. I need whatever the hell could make me happy, and I don't think you have a clue what could that be. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I think this life could be special if I get rid of the devils. They think that I am a rebel, I think they want me to settle. There's nobody on my level, they think that work is too stressful. I think that work is essential, the grind is all in your mental. And I don't think you understand what I'll go through just to be in control of my life soon. All the negativity, man, I'm immune. I don't really need a mask with all I've been through. I've been making changes for the ages. 5-10 year plans are contagious. I attack that shit, I'm tenacious. And if you ain't, get the fuck out of my way then. Got one life, I won't regret it. I will fight until I get it. I'll look back one day from heaven and say, damn, I learned some lessons. And say, damn, I have no questions. I had fun in every second, and the journey was a blessing, yeah. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want.
What's going on, YouTubers, and welcome back today here on the channel for some more Mission Recondition here with the Chicago Cubs franchise. And today we're back here in the major leagues. After last episode, we were in the minor leagues there in AAA with our Iowa Cubs, and didn't really have a good series there against the Omaha Storm Chasers, but hopefully we'll get back. They'll get back on a run here soon enough. But today we're back home, or we're back up at the majors here, as we're going to be having Ben Brown on the mound here today, as he will be in game one of this series here against the Brewers, who are currently right now 19-13, just 2 games back of us here, and we're both on a 3-game winning streak. And Nestor Cortex Jr. is going to be the pitcher for the Brew crew, and both teams are 7-3 in their last 10 games, so both teams are striving to be the top leader here in the NL Central. And today we're going to try to do our best to try to see if we can carve 2 out of 3 of this series. This is going to be a tough series, as these two ball clubs know each other very well. As you take a look at some of Nestor Cortez's numbers there, and of course Ben Brown's been kind of dominant, but at the same time he's been having a little bit of trouble getting some run support as of last couple of starts there. Now, his last 2 starts here, there you see he's not picked up any wins there. He's got 2 no decisions, where we had the run support for him, but the bullpen just kind of lacked, or I think one game he was behind. We didn't give much run support to him until after he left, as he got a no decision. So the last 6 starts he's made, he is 2-1 for the season. He's given up 2 home runs, 7 walks, 27 strikeouts, ERA at 3.25. and his WAR is at 0.7. Now, his last start that he had was a no decision, where he got booted out pretty quickly there. 3 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, no home runs, 1 walk. Struck out 3 and had a 2.45 ERA. And today, this is the lineup that we're going to be possibly looking at here, with possibly some sudden any changes they like to make at the last minute here. But Yelich, they're going to lead off, and of course he's a former Miami Marlin, for now a Brew crew member here. Been here with the Brewers for a while now. Here we are trying to turn a double play real quick there, but we cannot get control there. So Mitchell will be up next as we dive into this one here quickly, because we got a lot of games we got to cover here. We got to cover the Brewers series, got a series back home with the Giants, And then we round the episode off here with a series on the road against the Mets at Citi Field. So Ortiz will be up next here as there's 2 on, and this one is going to poke through the infield as that's going to be a base hit. Runner's going to come in to score, and Ortiz is going to get the first run of the ball game here for the Brewers as they're wearing their City Connect jerseys here, which I think are very sharp uniforms for the Brew crew. As we'll see now, Trang here, he'll ground this one with a Horner. Horner, of course, will get the runner out first, and of course a runner will come in to score, making it 2-0. So Ben Brown already having trouble here, trying to keep runners out of scoring position here. And of course, this Brew crew team just knows what they're doing here, as they have been, getting the right hits they need to get past the infield here and hit into shallow shallow outfields there. And they're doing a good job there in that first in that inning. So now we'll go to the bottom of the third here. Yeah, we're seeing more action here from the Brewers as they hit this one right up the middle here. And that'll be a base hit, getting Yelich to lead off here in the top of the third. Brewers trying to pile on here to Brown here as the runner's going to go off and take off here. And there's a throw at second, but cannot get the tag there as that one's going to come in late. 11th stolen base there off of Yelich, and so far this does not look like a good start here for Brown. But we're going to try to do our best to try to salvage as best we can. We'll go ahead and give the runner at second, third, as we're not going to try to do anything with that ball there. We don't want to do something stupid here in this situation. As we give a ball 4 there. So now runners on the corner, so with nobody out. This will be the first walk of the day here for Brown, as William Contreras will be up next here. He's 0 for 1. He popped out last time he faced Brown. So we'll try to see what he can do here right now, hitting .279. This one's going to fly out to right field here. Tucker has the ball. Tucker going to throw this one in here for the tag at the plate, and no, we cannot get it, as it's a 1 bouncer, but it's going to be late regardless. As now it's 3-0 here off that sac fly there from Contreras. So nice job there from him. As Royce Hawkins is up next. Hawkins 1 for 1. He has a runner on second, or first, on first. Trying to get the double play here, but we do get the strikeout, so that's even better. So now that's 2 away there, as that'll be Brown's second strikeout here in today's game. We'll see Truro there. He'll see that 4-seam fastball low and away, and he cannot pick up on that one there. And Brown's able to get out of the inning. Not unscathed, but he does leave 1 left, but he does get 1 come across. It's 3-0 here after 3 innings of play here. So we got to get our bats rattling here offensively as we go to the top half of the 5th. Runner on first, a 2 out. Carson Kelly's up. He's batting .273 here this season. Kelly here hits this one there. That's going to go out to shallow left field. That'll be a base hit. Now runners are on first and second with 2 away here. Cubbies look like they're trying to get something rolling here for him. And of course, Nestor Cortex has been pitching a pretty good game here. We've got a couple hits here and there, but nothing to really string together some runners here like we are here in the top half of the 5th. As this one gets skied out there, and of course he makes sure that his center fielder gets to that one there. That's going to be a fly ball, and that'll be it for the inning. So this is pretty much the best inning we've had so far in this game here today. But again, just cannot get those runners home. Been stringing up hits, but just cannot bring anybody home. As we'll see a ball here lifted up by Yelich. Yelich takes this one over the fence, and that ball is gone. Home run there for Christian Yelich. 4th home run of the season there. 367 goes deep. As his exit velocity only 97 miles per hour. And that's now going to make this game a 4-0 lead here in the bottom half of the 5th with 1 out. And again, I'm not liking this. Ben Brown just really getting just roughed up here, and I think we might have to give him the hook at some point here. But manager Craig Counsell says no, we're going to keep him out there. He believes in the young man here, and we'll have to see if he can do better here. As we see the replay of this one, and yeah, that ball just right where Christian Yelich needed to put the ball put at there for him. We'll see Frederick here. He'll fly this one out to shallow left field for Swanson to get to there. as that's going to be out number 2. Contreras now at the bat here again. He's 0 for 1, and he'll take the first pitch there for strike 2. So now 0-2 count here for Contreras as he's going to hit this one here. And oh, this one really hurts. This one goes back and deep, and that ball is gone. Home run there for Wilson Contreras. Jeez, 430 out to left center field. And now this puts us down by 5 here in the bottom half of the 5th. This Brew Crew team. I told you this series was going to be tough. This is going to be a back and forth series. If anything, this is going to be a bullpen game here. And I think they pretty much put the nail in the coffin in this one here. And I don't know. We're going to have to really try to get those hits that we've been getting. We really got to try to manufacture some runs here at some point. We get the 5th. We get the out here in the 5th to end it, and thank goodness we do, as we finally put the bandage on from bleeding out. It's 5-0. Brew Crew leads this one as we go to the top half of the 6th. We'll lead off here with Birdie. As Birdie's going to hit this one up, like nice little cue shot up the middle here. Can he run this one out? And he is able to do so. Nice hustle there from him. As Nestor Cortex again gets up a hit. But the question is, can we break these little hits, and can we finally get something to come across the plate here for us? Horner up now as he has one on here. This will be a ground ball over to the short. And oh, shortstop's going to overthrow this one there. Runner's now going to advance from second to first to second to third. And that's a nice job there of now getting in runners in score position there. That'll be an E6 on the shortstop, as he had plenty of time to get to that ball and throw it, but I don't know where he just was off target there on that throw. So now Crow-Armstrong now has a chance to finally we get a runners in scoring position. We have not had a runner in third at all in this game. This is the first time we've had a runner at third. Now we might finally get a run coming across the plate here as the runner from third comes into home off the pop fly, sacrifice fly there from Crow-Armstrong. And now we're in this ball game here now as we're only down by 4, 5-1. So nice job there for Crow-Armstrong, doing his best to get us on the board here. And now Big Tuck, who's had a rough day here today. 0 for 2, he struck out and ground out. He actually had a ground out that was they got us pretty good there. And he says, you know what? You're gonna steal me from not saying I tied at first base. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and launch this one here high and deep out to deep center field. That's a 2-run shot there, and that's going to put us on the board here now, making it now 5-3 here. Tucker getting his 17th home run of the season, and the Cubbies are starting to claw him back here in the top half of the 6th with only 1 out. Nice job there from Tucker, as I'm literally like one with him when I'm hitting with him. It's clutch hit. I was looking at some of his quirks, and one of his quirks is if he's down like 0-2, he does a great job of fighting back. Like he's really super focused there. I forgot what the quirk is called, but it's a good one. I love him. Did a great job there in that situation. Michael Busch up next here. He'll hit one over to the left. That's going to drop down for a base hit, and that's going to put a runner on board now here, still with 1 out. So since we had that error was caused by the shortstop there, we have now taken advantage of that and now turned that error into 2 runs. And, of course, the home run there from Tucker. This one goes in there. That is a laser out to center field. And Swanson hit that one off the bat really good, but just stayed in the air too long and long enough there for Mitchell to get to it for the out. As we'll see Justin Turner up next, and he's 0 for 2 here, as there's 2 out and 1 on here at first. That ball's going to get hit over to right, and that's going to be another catch there, another laser. This time, the right fielder gets that one there, and the Cubbies starting to come back here. We're only down by 2 runs, as the Brew Crew have already given up 2 errors in this game. I think those errors are starting to come back and haunt them now. Bottom of the 6th here, we'll see a base hit by Mitchell. That's going to go to the left. And that's going to get him on board here as Ben Brown's still out here. So still a lot of confidence in the coach, manager, council, believing that this young man can get us back into this game. As we'll see a nice strike there. That's strike 1 to Ortiz. And, of course, they're letting us know they're giving us a signal that it's going to be a steal here. So we got to watch for that steal if we can. Ortiz right now batting .286. We'll see what he can do. He's 2 for 2. Takes that four-seam fastball inside, high and inside for a ball. So 2-1 count here in his favor. And we'll see the pitch here. This is a ground ball in there. Swanson trying to turn for 2. Can he get it down there? Yes, he does. They're able to turn the 2. And that's going to be 2 away. They get out of the inning here. And nice job there from the Cubbies. Playing some really good defense here. And Ben looks like he is more confident in having his defense here help him out. And that's what he needs to be doing here. As we need those ground ball outs. If you can't strike him out, you got to ground him out or pop him out somehow. So now we'll see here. Thibaut comes in the 8th. So worst case scenario, if we do lose this game, Ben will get hit with his second loss of the season. But Thibaut, he can try to get back in this ball game here with some good solid pitching here from the bullpen. We'll see what he can do. As he's got now 0-2 count here on Fredlick. As Fredlick here now 0-2 day here for him, batting .296. Fouls this one off again. That's a sweeping fastball inside. So now we'll see what Thibaut here does. And Thibaut, he's been doing a good job here coming out of the bullpen here this season for us. And keeping either, coming in. He's had a few situations where we're down by a run or two. But we'll see how he does today here, because this might be a bit of a challenge here, especially against these the Brewers here. They are pretty good here late innings this season. As we'll see now. 2-0 count here for Contreras. Of course, Contreras already hit a home run off of us earlier, and this time he is going to ground out. That's going to be out number 2 for the Brewers catcher. As Hoskins now comes up here next. Hoskins trying to see what he can do here. As he's going to get underneath this one just a little too much, and this should be an easy foul ball here for Turner to get to, and that's going to be it for the inning. Great job there from Thibaut as he keeps the game at where it's manageable at for us. And now we'll see Trevor McGill will come out here. We'll see 11 games he's been in so far here this season, as he's 0-1 for the season. So Carson Kelly has 2 on here as he's been having a little bit of trouble. And we'll see what Carson Kelly can do here in this situation. He hits a single. That ball is going to go over to right. Actually, it's going to turn to a double. One run comes in. Now the second run try to come in here to tag. Can they tag him at the plate? No. They're going to tie it up 5-all here. So that's a blown save there for the closer here. As they brought him in here, thought he could finish the job. But Kelly, actually the 2 base runners ahead of him, did a great job getting themselves on board. And then you see, bad play there by, I think that was Yelich there. Made a bad seen that ball and didn't catch that hop. And now the Brewers now have to try to get this game back in. They're trying to stop from us from scoring, and then of course get back to the bats rattling here in the bottom half of the 9th. So Kayan is going to come in here now. 14 games he's been in so far this season. He's 1-0 as he has 2 holds here. So best bet, he could possibly get the win here if he can get them out of this inning here, and of course stop the runs from coming across the plate here. So now we'll see here the runner will be held at third as Ian Happ will get that single. Nice job there from Happ as he's fired up, and rightfully so. As his bat's been coming alive here very well ever since Suzuki has been he's out for that fractured wrist. So Birdie is up next. 1 for 3 for the day for him. We'll see what he can do with runners on the corners here. This will be a pop fly. Hopefully this is going to be deep enough for to bring that runner in for third. No, we're not going to do so, as we're going to keep that runner at third. And runners will still be at first and third. No attempt to tag up. So Nico Horner's up next, and Horner needs to slap one up the middle here and bring that runner home. As he'll hit this one there, that's going to be a fly over to right field, and again the runners are going to have to stay at first and third, as that was the one that went right to Freilich there off the bat. So Pete Crow-Armstrong 1 for 2 for the day. He's singled. We'll see what he can do, as again we just need a base hit of some sort here to get past the infield and drop shallow out there to right or left center field would be good. I was going to say center field of anywhere. as that's going to be a base hit. Runner's going to come in to score. Nice job there, Crow-Armstrong, as now we are up by a run here. So we definitely have changed things around here in these last 3 innings, getting some base hits. Now, Kyle Tucker, can you put a cherry on top here with 2 runners on and 2 out? We'll see what Tucker can do here as he slaps this one there, trying to get that one past the infield, but a great snag there from the first baseman, and it'll get the out. So 2 runs come across to tie the ball game, or actually no, 3 runs come across, 2 to tie and 1 to get the lead. Now we'll see what our closer can do here in the bottom half of the 9th, as Thibar will come out here. We'll see what he can do. Now I think we'll try to see what he can do here, these first 2 batters. Hopefully he doesn't get in a jam, and if he doesn't get in a jam, then we could see Porter Hodge come out here and pick up the save. But we'll see a nice swing and miss there from the leadoff, and that's going to be a good start there for the Cubbies here in the bullpen. As Mitchell will be next. He's batting .277. Pops this one up high out to left or right center field, and that is going to be a catch there by the right fielder, Tucker, for the out. So that's out number 2. And Craig Counsell decides to go ahead and bring in the closer. The closer's been warming up for quite a while now here, ever since they tied the game up. And there you see Hodge, 14 of 15 save opportunities. He's looking for save number 15 now, if we can get this final out here in the 9th. So Joseph Ortiz will be up here, batting .283, 2 for 3 for the day, as he takes first pitch for the four-seam fastball inside, right near the belt buckle. 1-0, as we'll see Porter Hodge, one in the top 5 there of saves leaders this season. As we'll see Swanson gets the ground ball, throws the first, and that is going to be the out. As we get out of this one here and we pick up the win. Nice job for the Cubbies coming back in those final 3 frames and able to get a 1-run lead and run with it there. I should say the 3 runs they needed there in the 9th inning. I should say it wasn't. I thought it was the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings we got picked up those runs, but it was actually all in the 9th. So yeah, nice job there. It's Kyle Tucker, player of the game, 1 for 5 for the game, home run, which was very crucial for us there. His 17th of the season. He has now 32 RBIs for the season as well. Pete Crow-Armstrong, 14 RBIs for him, and Carson Kelly got 2 RBIs in the game, or I got an RBI in the game. He has now 2 for the season there. As Ben, of course, like I said, he'll get hit with a no decision, but our Thibar will get the win. There will be his 2nd win of the season. As for the Brewers there, well, unfortunately, they come up short, as they just made too many errors there. They had 4 errors total in that game. That really hurt them, and those errors did come, like I said, those errors will come back and haunt you if you do not take care of those. So we'll see what they can try to do now here, as Tobias Myers will be the pitcher now here for the 2nd game, as he has a B potential. 77 overall. He's drafted back in the 6th round of the 2016 draft. He's from Florida, 26 years of age, 6 foot, 217 pounds. He's been in the league for a little over a year now, and of course there you see his numbers this season so far, and of course last year as well. And right now he has a 4.82 ERA. And of course we'll take a look at his most recent game that he was a part of here in just a bit, but he does have 1 quality start, and of course his WAR at 0.4. As his most recent start was against the Cardinals, where he had a no decision. He pitched in 5 1/3 innings of work, gave up 6 hits, 1 run, earned run, a home run, and of course 4 strikeouts, ending the game at a 1.69 giggity ERA for that game. He has a 4-seam, a cutter, and then a couple other breaking pitches as well that are pretty dangerous. And of course, so we have Matthew Boyd on the hill here for us, and of course there you see Matthew's numbers as well. And there you see 2 quality starts. His last start against was Philly, which was not a good one there for him. He ended up losing that game. We end up having only him in that game for 4 innings. Gave up 7 hits, 5 runs. All of them were earned. He gave up 3 home runs. Wow. A walk and 3 strikeouts, where he had 11.50 ERA. So we really need to focus on he needs to focus on striking out guys here today, getting ground balls any way he can, and not to mention we need to help him out on the offensive side things of getting some runs on the board here, and let him try to relax on the mound here, as he had a really bad start there against the Phillies, which I think it was game 2 of that series. So as we take a look here, and we do some simming here in this manager this quick manage sim here we're showing you guys. You see we're in the bottom of the third, still no score here so far. Brew Crew has 3 hits and 1 error already here in this game, as Myers is pretty much pitching a pretty good game here. It's not giving up any hits to us until then, as he gave up a solo shot there to Crow-Armstrong. Nice, as Crow-Armstrong is now 1 for 2 for the day. So with one run on the board here, Cubbies lead it here in the bottom half of the 4th, 1-0. We'll make that now 2. Make that 1-1 now, as they got a run of their own here. So we'll see how far he'll go here. And of course, we got to watch our guy as well, to make sure Boyd doesn't get in trouble. And if he does get in trouble like he did there, we might have to jump in here and try to help him out, as he gives up now 2 runs here in the 5th, as it's now a 3-1 lead here for the Brew Crew. As continue going here, and Tobias is just like a stoic right now. He's not giving up too much energy here, pitching wise. As we come back there, a nice double, as Tucker able to get help out those runners there and get in scoring position. So now it's tied 3 apiece, and it's now Boyd here, and we got to start thinking about pulling him out here, as we're in the top half of the 7th. Turner's up, and he'll ground out, and I pop out there from Alcantara as well. And so yeah, we're gonna have to go ahead and make a pitching change here. So let's go ahead and bring up, I don't want to bring up Thibor again, but I think we can bring up Mayweather a little, Presley, Hodges. For whatever reason, they have Presley as our closer, and he's not our closer. I took him out, but we're going to have him bring out Luke Little. I have to make a double check, make sure we don't have him as our closer. I mean, he might be seen as a closer officially, but I think I have him as a backup, because I have what's name in the closing position there. So yeah, well, I might have to go in and make some changes of that here here before the next episode. But Michael Bush, you see here, he's trying to do his best to help out here. Luke Little, he's so far looking pretty good here, and we're looking pretty stable with this bullpen coming in helping us out. Stolen base there. What else is going on here? Come on, guys, be careful here. Okay, now they're gonna pitch hit here, and there's another walk. Oh boy, now we got bases loaded here, and 1 run has scored. So they've now taken a 1-run lead here in the bottom half of the 8th, 4-3. And I think we may have to make another pitching change here. So this is not looking too good for us here in this one, as it looks like we go ahead and bring in Tyson Miller. Miller did a good job there in that series against Pittsburgh. And so let's see what he can do here today, as we go ahead and jump in now to the 9th, as they're looking to try to slam the door on us and try to take game number 2 here, as Trevor McGill, of course, trying to plot for his revenge now here from the night before, where he gave up 3 runs and blew his save. We'll see if we can try to ruin his chances here, as we're up or down by a run here in the top half of the 9th. We got Justin leading off here for us. So far, it's a pretty good pitching duel here between the two of them. 2-2 count here for Turner, as he plops one over there to right field. That'll be a base hit for him, and now we might got something start to cook here now, as Turner gets on board here with nobody out. Alcantara, he'll be up next, the young outfielder here for us, who's got a pretty good bright future for himself there. He misses on a drop third strike, can't advance the runner, or he can't move or he can't try to get to take first, but we can advance the runner from first to second there off that wild pitch. As now Swanson's up next, And Swanson here trying to be clutch there, but he is going to swing and a miss there. And that's 2 away. As McGill now here looking a little more sharper than he was last night. As we'll try to see if we can take that smirk off his face here. Unfortunately, could not do that with Danny Swanson. Amaya's up next. We need a base hit from him. And that's going to be a broken bat. And that ball is going to be easily caught there by the first baseman. As we lose the second game here in this 3-game set with the Brewers. As they win this one 4-3. Tough. But we tried our best. I think we kept our starter out there just an inning too long. But the Brew crew, we tried to fight back there, but they did a great job this time around of not making that mistake that they gave up, that error from earlier, come back and haunt them like they did in the last game. As Trevor McGill will get his 10th save of the season. As for Hudson, he'll get to pick up the win there. As he's a reliever, he picks up the inning that he pitched in, and of course helped them get the win. But there you see, Brew Crew wins it 4-3 here today as they take the second game of this 3-game set. So it's tough, but hey, it happens. It's baseball. Can't win them all. You know, we were on a good run there. We had a 4-game winning streak or so, something like that, going in this series after defeating Pittsburgh. So it ends at 4. We'll try to bounce back here for game number 3 coming up here in just a bit. But yeah, just a tough day there. I mean, everybody got at least, well, except for Workman, he did not get a hit, but everybody pretty much got a hit. Everybody looked pretty good for the most part. I think we probably stranded a lot of guys there which has been happening here a lot. But we didn't get the big bats like we'll see. I'm gonna say Tucker wasn't even in the lineup here today, so that might have been it right there. We didn't have our big bat there, so but our big bat at times has to, we got to find ways to take out when we don't have our big bats and our important guys on defense there helping us out. We got to find other ways. We got to find other guys to help us out to get those wins. But you see there, they took advantage of that. So now we'll try to see if we can come back here in game number 3 and try to see if we can take the series and get the series win here in this third and final matchup here between the two of us before we head to back home again and get ready to play the Giants here. But there you see the numbers there for that game. So we'll take a quick look here before we get into that next game here, and there you see 23 and 12 now for us, as we have a 1-game winning streak there, as the Brew Crew will go ahead and they will lose as we went ahead and win the third. I think I simmed the third game, so that's why we got the win there. So we're back on the winning track here. Nice job as we picked up that win against the Brew Crew and maintained the lead for the time being. But for the Giants, on the other hand, well, right now the Giants are playing like the Giants. Giants coming to this series here, and we're getting ready to lock into with Crow-Armstrong. Now, last episode, I believe we went ahead and brought him up from batting 9th to number 2 now. And I really almost feel like we need to maybe have him as the leadoff guy to bat down there. And then I'm thinking about having Birdie's actually doing very well. He's fitting that role pretty well for us in that 9th hole there, which makes a little more sense. But I kind of want to bring him Birdie maybe up to maybe 7th and then move the other 2 guys down. But we'll test it out here and there. But there you see Pete Crow-Armstrong's numbers right now. He's hitting very well here. He's connecting the ball. Making good contact there, and of course we hit with him in the Pittsburgh game, his first home run of the season, which was very awesome. I really liked that. Hit that ball over there to right field, and it was a great contact there, good crack of the bat, and we'll try to see if we can do that here today in this series here with the Giants. So here we are back home here. Giants are currently 13-22 right now. They are really struggling as of late here. Of course, they're going to be struggling quite a bit if they don't do something with those Dodgers out there in the NL West. They're currently 5th in the West right now, and we'll see if we can try to keep our steam and our pace are going right now that we're in right now, coming off that win against the Brew crew. So as we take a look here, the last 23 games, there you see his numbers: 83 at bats, 11 runs, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. His average at 361, which he's been maintaining that somewhere around that average for the last several weeks now, since the start of the season. So we'll see what he can do here in this one. So there you see, we're facing off against Jordan Hicks here today. That's a nice crack of the bat here. That one's going to go high and deep out to left field. And it's going to be a deep fly ball, but fly deep enough now for the lead runner there to tag up to third. So that's going to be nice seeing a runner in scoring position. Now, I don't know if that runner came in to score, but we do have the 1-run lead now here in the bottom half of the third, as the sun's starting to set out here. And we'll see a ground ball over to short, and this is going to be a quick run here, and we cannot run that out fast enough there to get safe, as that's going to be a nice ground ball there from Adams, getting Crow-Armstrong out. So Big Pete coming up next here. We'll see what he can do here as an 0-2 count. Runners on second and third. A base hit will, of course, score the run. And that's going to be a great hit. That's what we're looking for. Shallow base hit up the middle, out to shallow center field there. 2 runs will come in to score. And the Cubbies now lead it 3-0. So nice hit there from Crow-Armstrong, as he gets now his 10th game in a row with a hit. And now we'll see what we can do here as he's on first, and see if we get a still sign or not, as we're going to get it checked over at first. As now Big Tuck's up to bat here. We'll see what Tucker can do. Full count here for him, and Tucker is going to hit this one. That's going to go down here, and now we'll see Crow-Armstrong go from first to third off that base hit. Nice hustle there from him. Nice jump off the bag there at first. And that gets him in scoring position now with 2 away. So we'll see here what now Michael Busch can do. As Michael Busch is 0 for 1. He's walked. And now we'll see if he can now try to bring us home with a base hit through the infield here. As we'll see the hit here. And I should say, he ends up looking there, so not much we can do there as we get left stranded 2 there. That's now 3-0 here after 4 innings. So Busch could not pull the trigger there on that at bat. As we'll see the right fielder, Mike Yastrzemski. We'll see what he can do here as we're now on the outfield here. We got to track this ball down here, and we do so as we get the final out of the inning here of the 5th. Nice job there in the top 5th. As we go now to the bottom half of the 5th here, see if we can get our bats rattling here as Happ, Turner, and Swanson coming up to bat. But we'll actually jump to our next at bat here with Pete. Bottom of the 6th, as there's a 1 out, and on a 1-0 count, we'll go after the pitch. And we cannot do anything with that one there, as we get thrown out there pretty quickly. As Wynn is your pitcher there in that at bat. As we'll see, RBI there scored by Horner. Now we'll see as runner on here. Horner knocks in, I believe, the batter Birdie there. So with now 2 out and 1 on here, it's a 5-0 lead here in the bottom half of the 8th. We'll see what Crow-Armstrong can do here as this one gets poked up the middle there. Pitcher can't get a hold of it, and that one's going to be a base hit for us as we're able to get on board and get another runner on now first and second. So Kyle Tucker's up next. We'll see what Kyle Tucker can do, as we're looking for a nice hit here to at least, bring us home. He'll work the count there. That's going to be a floater. That's going to drop down to shallow right field here. Throw at the plate, and the runner is going to be safe. Nice. As Horner gets across the plate there. A base hit RBI there for Tucker. It makes it now 6-0. Michael Busch up next. And we'll see what he can do. Right now he's batting .269. Giggity. As we'll see Beck here. He'll give up a hit there out to the left. And no, it's not going to be a good hit there, as it's going to be a fly ball. He gets out of the inning. Luckily, he doesn't give any more. And we do pick up the win here. Nice job there. As Cubbies, excuse me, come out here and get another win. And final score of 6-0 here in Game 1 of this series with the Giants. Giants, no runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. For the Cubbies, 6 runs, 12 hits, no errors. As Justin Steele picks up his 4th win of the season, Jordan Hicks picks up his 2nd loss of the year. Jordan Hicks, 3 2/3, 7 hits, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 earned runs. Steele didn't give up anything except for 3 hits, struck out 5, and walked 1 in 8 innings of work. Nice job there, Justin. And he is showing off why he is our ace. And there you see the rest of the numbers there. Pete Crow-Armstrong, not a bad day there for him. 2 for 5 in that game, as he had an RBI as well and a run scored. So nice job there, getting on the base pass when he could, and of course did a great job of hustling and try to get himself in scoring position there at times as well. So not a bad first game, but of course we can always try to get better, and we'll try to see if we can do that here today as we get ready for game number 2. As you see the box score there for the Giants, and of course there you see our box score. And of course, if you guys want to check out those box scores, you guys can always pause the video and check those out and see how both teams did. But we'll head now to the second game. And Hayden Burchong song, B potential, 75 overall. In 7 games, he's had 7 starts, and he is 0 for 3 right now for the season. 29 innings of work, giving up 27 hits, 13. All 13 hits, or all 13 runs are earned. 2 home runs, 17 strikeouts, 17 walks, and 38 strikeouts. He currently has a 4.03 ERA, and there you see his loss there against the Rockies. He went 4 innings of work, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, all 2 were earned. A home run, 3 walks, and had 8 strikeouts with a 4.50 ERA. And of course, the 23-year-old, 6'4", 215 pounds, the young 20-something is in the league for a couple of. He's had a stint last year for a September call-up, and now playing here full time here now with the Giants, as he is part of that young crop of pitchers that they got through their system right now, coming up and trying to see what they can do here in their first full year as a Giant. As we'll see right now, trying to see if we can extend that 10-game hitting streak that we've accomplished last game, and now we'll see if Pete Armstrong can make that now 11 as we go into game 2 of this series here with the Giants. As the Giants have been, like I said, not playing the best baseball. They're especially not the Giants that we've seen just almost a decade ago, when they were pretty dominant with that great pitching they had, and not to mention great defense. But we'll see here. We're trying to go for 2 here, as this ball is going to be still lifted up in the air, and that's going to be a deep fly ball out to center field as he flies out to his fellow center fielder. Jump to the bottom of the 3rd. As there's nobody out, we'll lead off here, and we'll see what Birdsong has here for us. Last time he made us pop out. We'll see what we can do this time. As we went for that one under the zone there, and nowhere connecting to it as we strike out. So he's got a strikeout and a pop out already. As now Rogers out here to pitch here, as the Giants lead by 1, and he got us chasing there. Just like the song says, don't give a F, I'm going to keep chasing. But that one cost us as we end the inning. It goes 1-0. Now 3-1 as we make an amazing comeback after a nice home run there from Swanson, and then an RBI from Amaya. We'll see here as we got 2 out here in the bottom of the 7th. We got a 2-run lead. I'm trying to run this one out to get safe and keep the inning alive, but just cannot hustle fast enough there to get to first. Don't really have the speed, but nonetheless, we do get the win. So we do pick up a victory here in this one. Nice job there from the Cubbies, taking game 2 of this series. As if we won it again and raise that white flag with a big giant blue W, ladies and gentlemen, let the neighborhood know here in Wrigleyville that we pick up the win. 4-1 is your final, as my guy gets his 4th win of the season. And Porter Hodge gets his 16th save of the year. Randy Rodriguez, he gets hit with the loss there, giving up 3 hits and 3 earned runs. Chapman 1 for 4 for the Giants with a home run, an RBI, and a run scored. And of course, Matos 0 for 3. As for us, Turner had a great day there. Justin Turner 3 for 4, a double, a triple, a single. He was just a home run away from getting the cycle, but he did have an RBI and a run scored. So a nice day there from him, helping us out there. And of course, you see 4-1 is the final, as we had 4 runs, 8 hits, and no errors there for the Cubs. As for the Giants, they were 1 for 2, or 1 run, 2 hits, no errors in this game, as the defense did a great job there, and Maga does a great job there punching out 8 Giants in that game to help him get the victory. So the third and final game of this series here is against Justin Verlander. Of course, we've seen him and what he can do, the magic he can pull out his time in. Most recently here with Houston, winning a World Series, as well as with the Tigers start of his career. But this year, he of course is now with the Giants here, trying to figure out if this is going to be his last year or not. He's been in the league for almost two decades now. 42 years of age, 6'5", 235 pounds, from Virginia. He's a righty, and of course his regression is going down some. You see there, it's set at 75. Oh, it's kind of fallen some. He has a 4-seam fastball, a 12-6 curve, a slider, and a circle change. And of course, I know playing against him in games in the past there, I always just didn't really care to have to face him when have to play against him, especially those times when I was when he was with the Tigers there. He was always one of those guys I hated. I know if you guys follow my series on my main channel with the Kansas City Royals back in the day, he was the one that was a pain in the butt that we had to deal with all the time, because at the time, towards the end of that series, the Tigers were starting being very good. They were starting to pick up things, and they were on he had about another year or two left with them before he was, of course, picked up. I think he got picked up by the Yankees or something in that series. But here in this one, he is with the Giants, and he, like I say, he's starting to regress because he's getting up in their age. He's 42 years of age, and you don't see too many 42-year-olds still pitching in the major leagues. So there you see his last 7 starts there, 3-2, 32 or 38 2/3 innings of work. We'll see if we can get a couple hits off of him here today, but it's going to be a tough because he still throws a good fastball there. As we see here, he has the swings and misses there on that high one, as that's going to be the first strikeout of the day there for him. Colin Ray's actually taking the mound here today. We gave Ben Brown we had him miss a start here, and oh no, that's not a good sound. And we're not that tall enough to go up and take one from anybody there, as that is going to be in the railing there on the opposite side there, and that's a home run. Yeah, people, please throw it back. Juan Castellano hits this one here, as that one gets lifted out there to deep center field. Great home run. As soon as I heard that crack, I'm like, yeah, that's a home run. He found the sweet spot there, and that ball is going to be on a jet ride right out of Wrigley. As that's going to be a home run there. They lead it now 2-0 here in the bottom half of the third, as we have one on, and this one's going to sell out to left field for out number 2, as we cannot advance the lead runner up 90 feet. Top half of the fourth coming up, as Colin Ray here, he's getting lit up. He's already got lit up once already, taking one over the fence. Sam Huff is up next. We'll see if we can, of course, keep the ball in the ballpark here. 2 out, and oh, God, no. Please don't tell me he did it to us again. This one goes up, and it's going to go over the fence, and that ball is gone. Home run there for Sam Huff. Second home run of the day here from Ray, giving up a home run. And the second home run of the season now for Huff, as that's now going to put us in a 5-0 hole here in the top half of the fourth. Man, again, when you hear that crack right that, you know it's gone. You just know it's gone. Oh, man. So, as we're trying to dig ourselves out of this hole that we're in a 5-0 hole in the bottom half of the sixth here. We're going to lead off as you see Clark trying to get the field or the crowd behind us, but they're like, nah, bro, just sit down. This game's probably over with. As Verlander still out here, and we hit this one here, and this is a good hit. Fans are starting to stand up, and they're saying this ball's over the fence, and that ball's gone. That's a big fly out to right field. Crow-Armstrong hits his third of the season. That's my second time now with him. And these last two episodes here, hitting a big fly over the wall with him. And now it's a 5-2 ball game. So I think that we've actually woke up the crowd now. And they're starting to get fired up here. They're thinking, hey, there's a chance. As that ball's going to sail right over that fence out there. So as soon as we do that, we end up giving up a few more runs. We actually have 3 more runs, making it now 7-5 now here. As we end up getting 2 more runs on the board there since last time. Crow-Armstrong now hits this one over the left. Excuse me. And that is going to be a nice double. So nice job there. As Pete now, here you see him getting fired up. Hits a double over to left field. That's going to be his 11th double of the season. And that's going to get him in excuse me, scoring position now. And now Big Tuck can do his thing. So Big Tuck doing big things here. He's got, what, 16 or 17 home runs right now. And they're already saying MVP as he hits this one here. As this ball's going to fly out to shallow right field here. Not enough to fly, not deep enough there for us to tag up. So we are going to have to stay at second base now with 1 out. So good try there from Tucker as the crowd calling for MVP for him. And if the season ended today, he definitely would be that right now. We're getting a sign from the coach saying tells us to steal here. So we'll try to see if we can get a good jump off point here. As we're going to go ahead and take off here. And we're going to try to take off for third. And dang it. They got us. As look at this replay here. This is a good shot of it. Yep. He had the ball or the glove and the ball in his, the ball or in his glove there and blocked the play right there for the tag. Nice job there. Can't argue about that at all. As now we'll try to see if we can cut off this attempted double here. As Chapman gets a single there off that hit here in the top half of the ninth with nobody out. So now bottom of the ninth here, 2 away. Last chance now up for us, and of course it's going to be Pete's job to keep this inning alive. 0-1 count here for Pete as he's looking for a pitch here, and he's going to ground this one there to the first baseman. First baseman almost misses there, and of course we ground out. And that is going to be the game. Man, we tried to come back, but we came back too late, and that's what cost us there, as we just did not have really good string up any good hits there towards the end. As Ben Brown will come in the game as a reliever, and he'll get hit with a loss, so he's now 2 for 2 now for the season. As of course Ray, who started the game there for him, Colin Ray will now get the no decision. Huff will be your player of the game there. 2 for 4 with 2 home runs. Yeah, he smacked 2 of them in the game. He would smack one later on, having 4 RBIs. And Sam Huff, your player of the game. He struck out once, batting now 243 now for the season. But yeah, he did a great job there. And Carson hit that home run. Then Sam Huff hit the home run we'd seen, and then the one we did not see, he hit one. And that was pretty much what got him in there. And then in the 7th inning there, really stuck it to us good. And we could not come back since then. So 7 runs, 13 hits, no errors there for the Giants in this game. As for us, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. As we get dinged pretty good in this one. So we end up losing game 2 of this series. As we take a look here, and we're taking a look at the standings right now as we take a look and see that, yeah, we have a nice 5-game lead right now. All right, we finished the series there. We're winning. We're actually lose 2 of 3 of that series there. Yeah. Or no, 2 of 1. 2-1 in that series against the Giants there. So we do win that series against the Giants. Now we're trying to now hop on a plane here and head off to Queens and take on the New York Mets. The Mets right now, first place right now, and they like to stay there as they have a 22-16 record. They have a game-and-a-half lead over the Phillies, and the Phillies, of course, we played against them, and they're a pretty tough team, and they would like to keep in pace with the Mets here. And I think today they may be able to do so if we can play well for them and try to take at least 2 out of 3 against these Mets. Now, Mets at the last 5, they are 5-5, and of course, there you see if they've been pretty uneven of giving up scoring runs, and of course, the runs against them there as well. So we'll try to see if we could possibly try to help the Phillies out here some and let them gain. Hopefully they can play well themselves, play well for themselves in their series they got coming up. But so we'll try to do well here against these Mets. As we'll see, David Peterson start here in 7 games. He's made 7 starts. He's 1 for 4 in the season so far here, pitching 24 1/3 innings of work. He's given up 5 home runs, 16 walks, and 20 strikeouts. And then you see his ERA at 9.8 or 9.62. His WHIP is well over 2. And of course, his WAR is at negative 0.2. So he is getting kind of shook and rocked as he was in the last game. But he had a no decision in that series, or in that game against the Cardinals, where he pitched 3 1/3, gave up 5 runs. All of them were earned, 1 home run, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts, ending in the game at a 13.5. So we are trying to see if we can do our best here against him today and try to get a victory off of him. So there you see the probable lineup here for the Mets as they're facing one of our lefties here today. McNeil, one of the hot batters right now for the Mets, as he's batting 252 right now here. He has 4 home runs and 17 RBIs. He's been struck out 15 times, and he's stolen 2 bases so far here. There you see his numbers from the Arizona series that he just got done with, and there you see 3 for 5 in that game with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. Juan Soto's a little cold right now, and we're hoping he'll stay that way, and so is Pete Alonso. But then the back end of their lineup is actually heating up. Alvarez starting to heat up there. 23-year-old Venezuelan catcher is starting to heat up there. He's got a 241. He's been batting very well here in the last 10 games. And of course, we don't need that back end to get heated up there. But most importantly, we got to keep Juan Soto and Pete Alonso quiet as much as we possibly can. Jose Siri, one of their up-and-coming outfielders there, 29 years of age in the Democratic Republic. He hasn't been in the league for too long. He's only been in for 3 seasons. But he's starting to hit his stride now here in the Mets organization. 81 overall B potential. He was undrafted, and he definitely has a really good. He is. You'll see here in this game, he has a pretty good throwing arm here from center field there. That he's. I wouldn't. Well, you'll see here in a bit. You'll see how well I challenge him in this. But to say the least, there you see his numbers in that game. The last most recent game that he had with Arizona. So here we are at Citi Field here. I can't believe Citi Field will be almost 29 years of age here coming up in the next 4 years. Wow, I feel freaking old. But anyway, I remember when it was the old Ebbets Field back in the day. That tells you how, that really shows my age there. Jeez, Mike Piazza playing there. Yeah. Not Mike Pizza, as one of my friends used to call him. No, it's Piazza. Great Dodger and Mets legend. But yeah, here we are. Matthew Boyd there. You see his numbers there. 3-1 for the last 7 starts so far this season. And of course, we'll see Acuna, younger brother of Ronald Acuna. We'll see what he can do here, as he's 1 for 5 in the last game there. We'll see if we can, of course, keep him off the base pass here. So he had a nice throw there to first. He has got quick speed there. So we cannot be teasing that at all. As we'll see a chopper there in front of Boyd. Boyd's going to throw this one out to first, and that's going to be the first or second out here of the inning. And we get a quick 1-2 there. So let's see what Juan Soto can do now here. Juan Soto, 9 home runs, 28 RBI. He's a 5-time Silver Slugger. Ever since 2020, has won a Silver Slugger award. Of course, has that giant monster of a godly contract with them. As he strikes out, and that gets us out of the inning here. So, New York can't do nothing in the first frame, but the Cubbies are going to try to do their best, see what they can do on their next at bat, or their bat here in the top of the second, with Michael Busch leading off. And this is a beautiful afternoon here in Citi Field here in New York. Here out here in Queens, as this ball is going to be hit there, and that is going to be a laser out there to Siri for the first out. Swanson's up next here, 3 home runs, 17 RBIs. He's got a 9-game hitting streak on his hands right now. We'll see if we can turn it to 10. As there's our bases are still empty here, and that's going to be a base hit over to right. And a nice hit there for Swanson as he gets on board here with 1 away. So good start here in the second inning. As the second batter now comes up to bat and gets on board. Justin Turner's up next. Of course, he's facing against his former ball club here. And so we'll see what he can do. This is going to be a flare. And this should be an easy catch there for the second baseman to get to, as he does. And nice play there. As now the Mets have 2 outs now on the Cubbies. And they were just out away from getting out of the inning. So Carson Kelly's up next. We'll see what Kelly can do. He's got 2 RBIs. Right now batting .306 as he's batting against, I believe, righties. He's in our right-handed lineup here today. So he is going to be facing a righty. He only faces righties, as Amaya faces the lefties. Or excuse me, the opposite. Let's see, flip-flop that. He actually faces the lefties, and Amaya hits the righties in the lineup. As we'll see, this will be a fly ball for Ian Ian Hep, and that is going to be it for the inning. As that is going to be a quick 1-2-3 there for the Cubbies. As we go to the top of the third, we'll see more Cubs action. As there's 2 out and 2 on here, Michael Busch up to bat here, and he has a great opportunity to get the first runs on the board here with this hit, and I think he's going to do so. As that's going to be a base hit, runner's going to come around to score, and that's going to be the first run on the board here today. As the Cubbies take the first lead here in the game 1 of this series with the Mets. As Dansby Swanson's up next, heading .290. And of course, Swanson's been he faces the Mets quite often when he's with the Braves back in his early days in his career. But we'll see a nice hit there. Moves the runner up. A runner will come in to score. And of course, now we have runners on the corners now at first and third off that single. Turner up again as we see him fly that one out to short right field here. He'll do it again here. And this will be a floater over to right, and that'll be it for the inning as the Cubbies able to scratch up to 2 runs here with some pretty good hits. Wish we could have scratched a little bit more there, but unfortunately not the case. As now we jump to the bottom of the third. Brandon Nimmo leading off here in the bottom of the third. We'll see what he can try to do. And, of course, he's another dangerous bat. Right now, he's not so dangerous. He's right now a little beyond that Mendoza line. They're at 2. He's batting at .157, and he just struck out here again. As now we'll see Alvarez next here, and these Alvarez is one of those batters that I said earlier we have to watch out for, and we get him a strike out there. Nice job. 4th strikeout now for Boyd. That's now 2 away. Jose Siri's up next. He's had 7 home runs just last season. We'll see here what he can. Hopefully we can not avoid. Hopefully we can avoid that here in this one, as he swings and misses there, and that's going to be a quick 1-2-3. Nice job there from Boyd as he gets out of the inning and secures another goose egg there here in the inning. As it's 2-0, as now we head and jump to the 4th inning. So now in the 4th inning here with a 2-run lead, Peterson here gets this one, and that's going to be a cue shot there to Carson. Carson's going to try to run this one down, and he is going to get thrown out at first. So nice hustle there from Kelly, but not enough to get us to be safe at first. Ian Happ next up, as he's going 0 for 2 on that pitch, and now he's going to strike out there. As I believe he flew out, and now he struck out now here today. Birdie, a single earlier, as he hits another one over to right field. That's going to be a base hit. And Birdie, he is starting to looking like he just says, hey, I want my position back. I want to be the second batter again. But again, like I said, I think we might keep him down there at that number 9 hole there for a bit. As we'll see this one get poked through there. That's going to be a base hit from Horner. Horner going to move the runner up 90 feet with 2 out now here and 2 on. So nice job there from Horner. And now Crow-Armstrong is going to be up next here. Let's see what we can do with him. We hit a home run with him in that Giants series. We'll see if we can do that here, or at least something similar to that here, as we hit a base hit there past the third baseman. That's going to squeak by, and that's going to be now a single for him. And that's going to be bases loaded now. The big gun coming up here, as the now skipper now says, Peterson, you're done. I'm going to bring in a different arm here now against this righty. Or this against this lefty here, being Kyle Tucker. So Paul Blackburn's going to come out here. 5 games. He's 3-1 for the season. He's got 19 innings of work. He has an ERA of 7.11. And looks like he's been hitting right at average against righties. He has a little tough time against lefties at 345. And that's the reason why, because he just gave up a grand slam out to deep center field. That ball is gone. That ball is sailing away here. 414 out to center field. Kyle Tucker hit his 18th home run of the season. And that's the first grand slam of the season for him. Nice job. As he's able to just show off there. And showing off the bat here. We definitely got to find some money here for him to get re-signed here at some point here in this season, because we need to keep him around here for at least another 4 or 5 years, or at least another 4 years here with us, as that's a big power bat that we don't re-sign him. That's going to be a huge hole in our lineup. Bush up next here, as he'll ground this one there to up the middle there. He's going to try to run this one out here, but no, it's going to get thrown out at first, and that will end the inning. 4th inning coming up, bottom of the 4th, I should say. Acuna's up here. He'll lead off here for the Mets, as he'll try to see if he can try to at least scratch, at least chip away this lead here that we have over them right now. Birdie calling everybody off on that fly ball there. That'll be out number 1 for the Mets. McNeil's up next. He's batting .250. He's 0 for 1 here today, as he'll fly this one out to deep center field. Crow-Armstrong is there for it, and he will go ahead and take care of it, as he will get the fly ball. Juan Soto's up next. He's got 2 out and nobody on. 1-2 count on him, and we strike him out again. Thank goodness. And Soto has to go back to the dugout there. So far, we're keeping Soto at bay here, and we're keeping him close to the vest here, not letting him get too crazy here. Challenging at times, but also too, getting him trying to chase. That's looked good right there. As now Dansby Swanson leads off the top of the 5th, and he is going to hit a base hit here. Looks like both ball clubs have their bullpens going right now. And we'll see here at some point here. I believe we'll probably end up pulling Boyd at some point. And I'm sure Blackburn here, if he gives up any more runs now here, especially that grand slam he gave up, I'm sure, of course, that won't be tagged on him. That'll be tagged on the Peterson there. At least the first 3 batters there will be. But we'll see. That runner will go ahead and advance. Nice job there from Turner. And going ahead and hitting that one over to the first and moving the runner over to the third. So now Carson Kelly's up next. 316 now for him for the season. And he slaps this one over to right field. That's going to be a base hit. Run comes in to score from third. Makes it now 7-0 here. And the top half of the 5th, as the crowd is booing. Hey, don't boo us. We're playing good baseball right now. Ian Happ up next, as he cranks this one here high and deep out to right center field. That ball is gone. 395 for Ian Happ. That's a 2-run dinger. It makes it now 9-5 here as Ian Happ gets his fifth home run of the season. I was going to say fifth touchdown of the season. Jeez, wrong sport there, bud. Fifth home run of the season. And we'll take a look at the replay here. And Blackburn, I think he might be done. I don't know why they're keeping him out here longer than he needs to be. He's already given up a grand slam. Then now he's given up he's given up his grand slam. This 2-run dinger there. That's 4, 5, 6, and then gave up, 2 other runs? So I think he's given up 7? Or at least 8 of the 9 runs that are on this board right now. So Motas is up next here. We'll see 12 games so far this season for him. He's at a 2-1 record. He's looked like he's pitching very nice against righties and at average against lefties. So 9-0 here as they're trying to close out the inning here, but it doesn't look like it's going to close too soon as the 5th inning keeps rolling on. Base hit there for Birdie, and that puts a runner on board here with 1 away. Nico Horner's up next. Horner here, 0-1 count, and has a cue shot there right to the pitcher. Pitcher is going to get the force out there at second, but does not turn 2. So that was a nice throw to second base, getting that force out there. I thought Birdie was gonna be safe there, but he did Matos did a great job there throwing that one there to second. So now Crow-Armstrong's up here. We'll see what he can do as he's hitting this one out to left, out to right. That one's gonna be up in the air, and that's just gonna stay in the ballpark as that'll be the final out of the inning. So they're glad to get out of the top half of the 5th here. As now we're in the bottom half of the 5th. They got to get something going here as the Mets struggling by 9. And Boyd gives a chopper and gets that one a nice put out there from him. 1-3 there on that put out as it's now 1 away. As we see Francisco Lindor, 255 for him for the season. He's 0 for 1 here today. As he goes up the middle there, and that's a nice base hit. That goes over the head of the pitcher. And that puts him on board here now with 1 out. And let's see if he can, of course, keep this inning going here. So Pete Alonso's up next. Of course, we've kept him quiet here somewhat, as for the most part here. We're trying to get this double play here. Trying to see if we can turn. That's 1. And no, it's not a double play. And the runner got there on time, and Swanson, he's kind of angry with himself there. He should be. That should have been a double play, but I don't know why they called it that way they did. But nonetheless, Brandon Nimmo's up next. He'll hit this one. Swanson says, no, this time it's going to be a double play. Turns 1, gets 2, and they get out of the inning. So 1 left stranded there. This time they made sure they got that double play. And Chicago is holding on to this lead right now. Lead at 9-0 here after 5 here at Citi Field. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th here. We'll see another chance now for the Mets to get something going here. Alvarez up to bat. He's got an 0-2 count as he's 0 for 1 today. And that curveball gets on him. And he does not like that call whatsoever. I feel you there, bro, because actually that was not in the zone. It broke right at the end there. And I don't know. We framed it just perfectly there for us to get that out. Jose Siri up next here, and he'll swing and a miss there, and that's a nice throw, as that one's going to be another strikeout there. 8th strikeout now here for Boyd, as he's still going strong here now in 6. With 2 away now here, we'll see Acuna here as we restart the order for the Mets. And swing and a miss there on that curveball as well. That time, that one was in the zone, and that was a nice out, as Thibar now comes out here to start the 9th inning here starts the bottom of the 9th here for us. We'll see a swing and a miss there on Lindor as he takes that one swinging, and he will miss. As that's now 1 away now here for the Mets. Pete Alonso, last time fielder's choice. He's 0 for 2 here today. As he swings and a miss there, and that's a good one there. Getting him to go after that one there as that was out of the zone. Nice job there from Thibar. As Thibar getting pumped up there. So now we'll see if he can get Brandon Nimmo next. Brandon Nimmo 0 for 3. He struck out, grounded out already here in today's game. We'll see if we can get him to go after this one here on his 0-1. He does. That's going to be a sweeping pitch there. Now 0-2. See if we can get him on a different pitch here. And no, we do. On that four seam outside, he goes chasing. Can't pick it up as it goes through the zone. That's going to be a strikeout. That ends the inning. So Alvarez now, last chance now for the Mets to get something going here, as we'll see at the bottom of the ninth. And Thibar is still out here, as we'll see a fly ball there. Tucker's going to get underneath of it, and that's going to be out number one here on that fly ball. One away there on the Mets. So now, Siri's up next. He's 0 for 2. Siri looking to try to see if it's at bat and try to get this, at least try to get a 2-out rally, or at least a 1-out rally here in the ninth inning here. Of course, they got a lot to get to here in this one, but this one's pretty much over. As we'll see, out number 2 there, flied out there to Crow-Armstrong as he flies out to a fellow center fielder. Acuna's up next, as we're back at the top of the order here for the Mets. And we'll see this one be a ground ball there to Nico Hoerner. Hoerner has plenty of time throwing over the first, and the Cubbies will get game 1 of this series, winning this one here 9-0. The bats, oh, I love the crack of the bats here. They were on, especially that big hit there, which was pretty much the huge dagger in the momentum for the Mets from their downfall there. That 4-run home run there coming from Kyle Tucker helps them very nicely, and of course they dogpile even more on later on in the fifth inning, adding 3 more runs there to make it a 9-0 lead. So nice job there. 9 runs, 17 hits, no errors there for the Cubbies. No runs, 1 hit. Believe it or not, Boyd gave up 1 hit and no errors in this game. Oh, when I found out about that, you know, because I'm superstitious. I played baseball. I'm superstitious. So I'm like, oh, I don't want to look at that. I don't want to look at the hits. I don't want to see the hits. And then when they said over the PA system that was the first hit, I'm like, what? I'm like, that's the first hit of the game? Like, I came that close to getting a perfect game? Like, ah. So, yeah. Frustrating. I think the last time I got a perfect game was back in, what was it, MLB The Show's 17 with King Felix. When I traded him from Seattle to the Royals on a crazy deal. I think still this day, I think if we were playing again, I think I'd still be eating that deal right now. But anyway, it paid off because he helped us get 2 World Series there. So, but that was the last time I got a perfect game. That was with him, with King Felix. So, yeah, really happy with myself on that one. But we came very close with Boyd there, and unfortunately we come up short. But hey, we got another game here. We're gonna get in game 2 here, as Senga is gonna be the pitcher here for the Mets. Peak potential, 84 overall. He's 32 years of age, and he looks like he's trending upwards. So he's picking up. He's progressing here some. We'll see 2 years of service there for him. 6'1", 202 pounds from Japan. He throws right, bats left. His last start was against St. Louis. He pitched a 4 1/3 there, as he gave up 3 hits and 2 strikeouts. Nothing on the board there for them. And then, of course, for us, it's going to be Jameson Tillin. So, of course, there you see his numbers so far this season. And, of course, we're trying to get run support for him. And he got run support last time. He did get the win against Milwaukee, if you remember from the previous episode there, when we were starting that series with the Brew crew there. We came back out of nowhere towards late there in that game while he was still pitching at that. And we're able to get the win there for him. So we'll see a little simulation here. We'll jump in here whenever, either when there's a tie or if we're down by a run or 2. But it'll be more so late in the game. As the Mets got a 3-run lead, got a nice 3-run home run there from Pete Alonso. Ugh. Okay, we bid on that. All right, let's just not give up anything else to him or to Juan Soto. So far, we've been doing pretty good against the pitching those guys, with the exception of that home run there. But again, here we got now bases loaded, 1 scored. So we got 2 runs now. Make that 4 now runs in. 2 more runs came in. So it's 4-3 here in the top half of the third. As now we're in the bottom half of the third here, trying to make sure we keep this 1-run lead at least till I'm trying to at least try to jump into at least the 7th or 6th or 7th innings here when we do this simulation here. But right now, let's see here. Walk, a pop out, a strikeout, nice. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in here. Game 2, as we actually gonna jump in here in the top of the 5th. A little more earlier than I expected, but we'll just try to see here. We got a one-run lead. Birdie's up to bat here in the bottom half of the order here, or the bottom third of the order. And there you see a ground ball there as Birdie is going to be thrown out. Nice City Connect unis there from the Mets. I like that all black, the black and white, and got that purple trim on it. Sweet. All right, so I'm not a big uniform guy. There's some uniforms out there. I'm like, ooh, those are kind of loud. What the hell are they thinking about that? But then they tell you, I'm like, okay, not bad, not bad. You know, Boston has a good set. KC has a good set. The White Sox had the Bulls, kind of like that, the Bulls logo, kind of City Connect, you know, honoring the Bulls. Nice uniform set. And I don't think I've seen the Cubbies the City Connect. Or maybe I have. I can't really remember, but they have a decent City Connect jerseys as well. But as you see here, a nice hit there from Crow-Armstrong as he gets a RBI double, knocks in the run. We're up by 2 now here. As for Armstrong, look at this. Good swing there from him. Able to drive that ball all back there to this to the 370 sign. Then the Siri overplays it there. And I think that's the reason why that second run was, or that run was able to get in, because Siri, he has actually have a pretty good arm. I could have sworn this is the one. I think this might be the game where he actually throws us out at some point, or maybe it's the third game he does it to us. I remember one of these games he did it to us. That's why I kept saying, yeah, he has a pretty good arm. You know, you'll see here why. I'm hoping I kept that in the edit here. But Minter is going to be up next, as we'll see Kyle Tucker taking on him. So we'll see here, Kyle Tucker 329 here. This is a fly ball. It is back. It is deep, and yeah, you're not going to get this one at all. Home run. That's a 425 distance there as Minter gives up a home run. That's a 2-run shot, and Kyle Tucker gets his 19th of the season. I tell you guys, I'm right here with this dude. I'm eye to eye with his you know, with the way his stance, everything. You know, like his eye level, where he sees the ball at, everything. I'm like right, like eye to eye with this guy. All right, so let's see what we can do with Michael Bush here with batting 250 right now. He's going to fly this one out to center field here in Siri. He's going to be able to get underneath this one here for the second out of the inning here, as that's going to be out number 2. So they are really trying their best to try to keep themselves alive here in this series, as they're trying to avoid getting hit with a second loss here. So down by 4. And we'll see Ian Happ next. That'll be a base hit going up the middle here. And that's going to go out to center field. And that's going to be a single for Happ, as there's 2 away. And you know us here lately, with these 2 outs, you know, we do a pretty good job here of rallying back and try to come back in the ball games here. We'll see Justin Turner's up next, as he'll here get a pitch here. This will be out here to center field again. Siri's probably thinking like, man, I'm getting a workout here today, as that's a laser right to him. And that will end the inning. So 3 runs come across for us to take a 4-run lead. As we'll see a hit there to Turner. He's going to go ahead and tag the bag there on McNeil. And that'll be out number 1. As I need something more to drink here because I am getting thirsty. Siri's up next, as he'll pop this one here high and deep out to left field. And that ball is going to be dropped. And that's going to be an easy play there for him, as that'll be Ian Happ getting out number 2 here for the Cubbies. So now we'll see Lindor up next, 268. And that ball, sinker. That must have broke in the zone there, because it was out. It was not in the actual zone. So it must have crossed the plate. Umpire said out. And as soon as we start Get back on defense here. That's a hell of a monster home run. Vincino hits one for his 12th home run of the season. 393 out to deep left field. That's a home run there for the Mets, and the Mets are now starting to climb back up here. They're down by 3, 7-4 here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 away. What a hit there. That was a bad location on my part there. I'm just shaking my head here, just rewatching this again, because I remember that was just a bad location. I don't know where I was trying to put that ball at, but nonetheless, he just takes advantage of it, rightfully so, and puts that one over the fence. Pete Alonso's up next here, and of course now we got to be cautious here, as we don't want to start giving up big hits here, as we'll see a base or a ball being grounded off to second baseman as they do a little bit of a shift there on Pete Alonso. And Alonso's out on that ground ball, but they do pick up a run with that nice hit there, nice solo shot there out to left. They're only down by 3 here as we go to the bottom half now, the 7th, as we'll see Julian Mayweather will come out here. 5 games he's been in so far here. So far he's not picking up a win or a loss, but he has pitched in 7 innings of work. His ERA is pretty good, 1.29 in the 6 games the 5 games he's been in so far. So we'll see what he does here against Francisco Alvarez. He's 0 for 2 here today, as we'll see a pitch on that 2-2, and that's going to be a swing and a miss there on Alvarez. As Alvarez, I'm so glad we're starting to cool him down. Him and Siri, so far we've been keeping them quiet here in this series. As they coming into this series here, they were red hot, they were blazing hot, and we did so far this pitching from the starters, and especially mainly the bullpen, doing a great job here of cooling them down. As Amaya throws this one over to first on that drop third strike there against Brandon Nimmo, and that's going to be out number 2. McNeil's up next here, 0 for 2. As circle change gets him on that end there, breaks at the last second, and that's going to be it for the inning. Nice job there from Merriweather, as we'll still have a 3-run lead here. As now we'll jump to see what Tyson Miller can do here, as he's been in 15 games so far this season. He's pitched in 18 innings, and so far against lefties and righties, he's been pretty good. He's been under somewhere around 160 on average between the two sides. As we see a swing and a miss there. Nice job, as he is able to throw out Siri there, as that's going to be strikeout number 1. So now Lindor's up next. Lindor, of course, he's got a pretty good hit off of us earlier, and he gets struck out that time, as he's now going to take a whiff. And as Winker as well, going 1, 2, 3. So nice job there from Miller, as he's able to get the first 3 batters out in the inning. We go to we end at 8 in the bottom half of the 8th there, pretty well. We'll see if we can do the same thing against now here in the 9th against Juan Soto. Soto's 0 for 5 so far in this series as a whole, so this is great. But at any time now, we can wake up that sleeping giant, and hopefully that will not be against Hodge. As Hodge right now batting around 200, or around 2. We'll see if he can keep Juan Soto quiet right now. Soto batting 281. That's going to be a ground ball over to the second baseman. Throw to first, and that's going to be going away on Soto. Vincino, of course, we've seen him hit that home run there, 393 out to left. We'll see, make sure we keep the ball in the ballpark there as he goes after that split finger outside, and we make him pay there, as that's going to be a strikeout there on him. And there you see Hodge's numbers so far this season, and when it comes to saves leaders in the National League, and he leads right now. And he could take that lead here and add by 2, go up by 2 here with this pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball there to Horner. Horner throwing over to first base. Horner gets there on time, and that is going to be a save and a win for the Cubbies, as he'll pick up his 17th save, I believe, or either 17th or 18th save there for Porter Hodge. And we pick up a win. Nice job there for the Cubbies, as we take game 2 of this series. 7-4 is your final. Cubbies win this one. 7-4 is your final. 7 runs, 9 hits for the Cubbies. As for the Mets, 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors for either team. Kyle Tucker goes 2 for 4 in the ball game with a home run, a double, 4 RBIs, and a run scored. Crow-Armstrong goes 1 for 4, a double, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs. Nico Horner 1 for 4, an RBI and a run scored, 9.5, 2 for 4. Tilling goes 8 innings of work, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 4 earned runs off of him. And those first 3 came off of him. And of course, he gave up that big home run in the 6th. And there you see the numbers that tell the story of this one here. As we did a good job there. Winker, Soto, both going. Soto goes 0 for 3. Winker goes 0 for 4. Like I said, it's been nice to keep him quiet in that in that lineup there, because and I don't know how long we can do so here as we get to the third and final game of today's episode. As we'll see Sean Molina out here, 33 years of age, 6 foot, 245 from Indiana. He's been in the league for almost a decade now. He's got a B potential, 81 overall, drafted back in the first round of the 2013 draft. He has a sinker, a sweeper, circle change, a four seam, and a cut fastball. And we'll see how well he does against us here in this. If he can try to avoid his team to going a belly up in this third and final game of this series. As you see, his WAR is at 0.2. Right now, his whip's around about 1.26. And then, of course, his last start was against Arizona, which he picked up a loss, as he was in 5 innings of work, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 home run, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts, ending in that game in a 3.60 ERA. And of course, our boy, our ace, Justin Steele, who's been like steel, unbreakable so far. For the most part, he's been pitching very well. 2.74 ERA. I think he's 4-1 in 8 starts. So he's had a couple of no decisions here, but for the most part, overall he's been pitching very well. He's been with the exception of that Dodgers game, he's been, or even the San Francisco game as well. He's been pitching a little over average, about 6 innings a game. So he's been pitching very well there, and I figured if he's pitching very well in the 5th, we're going to 6th, he's not having any problems. Hey, we're going to let him go as deep as he wants to in this season. So, as you see here, we're going to go ahead and drop in here in the 7th inning here. Swanson has an 11-game hitting streak on the line right now. We'll see if we can keep it alive here. He has 1 runner on first. That'll be Nico Horner. He's taking on Nunez as the pitcher here for the Mets. Mets right now lead by 3 here at Citi Field as we jump in the 7th here. So we're going to try to see if we can keep this hitting streak alive here for Swanson. As it's Mother's Day here, and we go after that pitch there and miss. And, of course, we cannot advance on that drop third strike as we have a runner on first. Dansby Swanson up again here. We'll lock in with him. Still got to try to get that 11-game hitting streak going here for him. As he swings and misses there. As we're down by a run here on the top of the 9th. And we'll see with 1 runner on and 1 out. We'll see the pitch there from the ump cam there, and that was not what we needed. And unfortunately, the hitting streak ends at 10. So we do not get the 11th straight hit for Dansby Swanson for his hitting streak there, and that's that quick sim there. And they do avoid the sweep here, but we end up winning the series 2-1 as the Mets win this one 6-5. 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors there for the Mets. As for the Cubbies, 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for them. We started off pretty good there. 2 runs in the first, a run in the second, and then it looks like the Mets just start going off on us in the second, bottom of the second, bottom of the third, and bottom of the fourth. We tried to come back in the 8th, but it was too little, too late. And it looks like Swanson. Swanson was moved up to 2nd in the order. Wow. Okay. He's not really ready for that. I think Swanson's more of that 6, 7 guy there, but not 2nd. But I don't know. I don't know what Craig Counsell was thinking that day. But nonetheless, we got it was a close game there. We unfortunately lose by a run, but Sean Molina gets his 2nd win of the season there. He pitches 5 innings of work, gives up 5, and there you see the current standings right now as we finish up this episode here today. 27-14 for us. We've got a 4-game lead over the Brewers and Cardinals, who are both tied. They're in 2nd place. Dodgers have 1st place right now with a 30-11 record. They have a 5-game lead over the Padres. Giants still struggling down there in the cellar in the National League West, 14-27, 16 games back of the Dodgers. Phillies right now take first place after we helped them out. They got a 3-game winning streak there for them, and of course, Mets had that 2-game losing streak before they got that win here in this last game. So now Phillies flip-flop with the Mets. They take first place. So congratulations, Mets. You're welcome. Orioles right now take first place there in the American League East. Yankees 4 games back with them at 25-15. Blue Jays are 24-17, 5.5 games back. My Red Sox 10 games back. They're 20-22. The Rays are 14-28. I think at least we're not there, but we could easily be there quickly. Twins there are 20-21. They have a game and a half lead over the Royals. Royals there in second place with a 19-23 record. Guardians, Tigers, and White Sox round out the bottom 3 there. And we'll take a look at the American League West here. The Mariners, yes, Mariners 25-14 take first place. Athletics just 2 games back, 24-17. Astros are 20-19, so they're teetering just 1 game above 500. Angels are 19-20. They're 1 game below 500. And then the Rangers 17-24. They're 9 games behind the Mariners. The Mariners playing some really good baseball. Usually Mariners do a good job there, simming wise. So coming up, you'll see 3 videos coming up here very soon. There's a link down below. I will leave you guys. I'm not sure if I'm going to have them up. They'll be live or I'll just have them as a video that you guys can get to, because it'll be like a private, kind of like a unseen or whatever you want to call it. I forgot what they call it here on YouTube, but it'll be a link so you guys can check out that series against the Miami Marlins. It's all 3 games are full games. There's 3 links to each one of those games you guys can check out that I played. There's no commentary, basically it's just commentary from the game, making the commentary and calling all the calls. But it's me playing it, raw footage of just me playing that series. If you guys want to see those, there's a link down below for that for you guys to check those out. But as for the next video you guys will see here, we'll have that White Sox series, that crosstown series. That'll be a home series for us. We'll be back home for that. We'll actually stay home because we have a 6-game homestand there. That'll finish off that 6-game homestand. We'll play those 3 games there. And then also we'll probably do a player lock, maybe in that Miami series as well as in that Cincinnati series. One of those Cincinnati series, we might actually do a player lock with a pitcher. I don't know which pitcher we're going to use yet, but it depends on what the matchups are. We'll do a player lock with one of our pitchers there. We even in the not to mention in that episode, we'll actually play the first. We'll actually play in that White Sox series. We'll actually go down to the farm team and we'll check out we'll check out that day's game, that Friday's game. We'll go down and play. And we'll go from. We'll start with this series. This will be the first game of the episode with the White Sox, and then we'll play the second game, which I believe is a AA game, and then the late game is a AAA game with our Iowa Cubs. So we'll have those 3 games in that episode, as well as the rest of those will be either player locked or we'll just jump in middle of the game and go from there. So it's a big episode, so it'll be kind of extensive. I'm going to try my best to try to whittle it down to under an hour, but we'll see. But I want to get a lot of gameplay in. I want to see some of the guys down there in AAA and AA there as well. So we'll see how things go. And also too, here pretty soon here we'll have a look at some of our players, some of our guys that we're scouting for this upcoming draft coming up as well. So I don't know when that's going to be, but it'll be coming up here very soon, because the draft will be here probably about here in the next 5 episodes or so. So if you guys did enjoy today's video, please leave a like. Again, don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new, and hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series that happens to drop here on ESGNet, plus this series or any others. As well as follows our main channel over on ESGNet for other series with MLB 25 with our Boston Red Sox series, as well as our Road to Show characters as well on that channel and on here. So again, guys, thank you guys so much. Go Cubs, go. Let's see what we can do here in that series against the White Sox. Right now, White Sox not playing very well. They're 13-28. This should be an easy series for us, but you never know. It's baseball. As always, guys, keep yourselves each other healthy, and I will see you all next time.